Okay, what we're going to do today is jointing a turkey up that would make your Christmas dinner time a lot quicker. We're going to take the whole meat off the bone, and this will stop you from having a turkey that will probably take 3 to 4 hours to cook at home, which you would probably cook in about an hour and a quarter. So here we've got a bronze leg turkey. This is a 5 kilo turkey, and we're just going to prep it up and ready to start jointing it. The first thing I like to do is remove the winglets by going straight through the joint. These are great for just roasting in a little chomp before your main meal. Really nice. All we have to do with these is just cut the flesh, pull it back so you can see the ball joint, and run your knife through the centre. And the next thing which everybody tends to forget about is you need to remove the wishbone. The reason we remove the wishbone is when you cut down the breastbone, you get more meat left on the actual breast and you don't leave it at the back. So we're just going to scrape the back of there. You can hear it. That's the breastbone. And just cut behind it, through, cut behind it, through. Put your fingers behind it. It should just twist down. There we go. Then what we need to do is remove the legs, and that's a very easy task. Just run your bone down the back of the skin. So what you'll be doing is releasing the skin so the leg flips out a little bit more. At the bottom of the turkey you can just see a little oyster there. That is the oyster meat, that little muscle there. You want to try and cut behind that, but by releasing the flesh, what you're allowed to do is to push the leg right back. So what you're going to try and do is push it out of its joint. So just turn it back and you can see that the bone has now come out of the actual joint, so you've got a dislocated leg basically. What you need to do with the little membrane there, just cut behind it, through the ball joint, and then rip it off. And that gives you one leg and thigh together. We're going to join that up in a little while. So we'll just take the other one off, just cut the flesh. Take it down the back. Again, you can see the muscle there, that's the oyster. You can see where it's been removed there. Bend it back so you can hear that, which is the joint coming out the ball socket. Cut round the oyster. And pull back. And that again is your second leg. And what we're going to do then is put that to one side and we'll finish the legs off. Again, when you've got the leg and the thigh, there is a ball joint in there, very similar to this one. What you have to do is just feel for that, run your knife straight through the centre, and you will finish up with a drumstick and a thigh. And what we're going to do with the thigh is just cut the flesh down the top of the bone, and just rip underneath. Releases all that, all the meat, save the bone. Don't forget, all the bones are great for stock and gravy. With the drumstick, just cut round the knuckle at the bottom, just to release the meat. And then we're going to cut that knuckle off. You can use a heavy based heel of a knife, or I've got a clean knuckle. Just cut that bone off. And then in a drumstick, there's lots of sinews. You can see the white sinews at the back there. You just need to cut those, otherwise the meat will shrink and you'll finish up with nothing but just a piece of bone. So just take a very sharp knife and just cut all the way around, and that just releases the sinews. So when it's cooking, there's the sinews. So when it's cooking, the meat's more relaxed, it doesn't get pulled. And you can just roast that, and you've got something nice to hold on to. That's great for your Boxing Day chomp. What we do now is remove the breasts. We've taken the wishbone out, so when we cut down this breastbone, we should just get a straight cut and we don't leave any meat on the back. So you can see the breastbone there. We just need to cut to the left and the right of it. Nice sharp knife, keep your knife up against the breastbone so you don't leave any meat on there. Run it down, follow it all the way down the carcass to the socket of the wing. Cut behind the wing socket like that. Release the rest of the meat. Once you've done that, if you get hold of it really well, you can just pull the breast off. There we go, and that's one breast. And we'll do exactly the same for the second. Knife down the breastbone, right down the back, leaving no meat on the bone. Release it all the way down to the ball joint. Put behind the ball joint. The rest of the wing. There we go. Now you've got the carcass. The carcass is left. The best bit is to cut. You can just cut the Parson's nose area off. Break that away, and then the rest of the bones can be roasted and used for stock. Also, we've got the giblets here. They can be cut into half and roasted. They can go into the stock as well. All the bones that you've cut off. One thing that we can do to make the turkey a lot more luxurious is to just add some butter under the skin. And to do that, just add a little bit of soft butter, unsalted butter if you've got it. The reason for that is that when you're using butter, you can always add salt, but if it's got salt in already, you can't take it away. But we are going to add a little bit of salt to this one, so just a sprinkle of salt and a little bit of cracked pepper because it gives a bit of visual as well. Just beat that into your butter. Make sure it's nice and soft because you're going to push it in with your fingers. Just stir that round. And then with your turkey, just go from the back and lift the skin and put your fingers in underneath. And there you'll find a void there between the breast of the turkey and the skin. And what we're going to do is just put some butter in there. Just about an ounce to an ounce and a half. Just push it in. Don't worry if it goes into a lump like that. And then seal the side and just push the butter across. And what that does then, that's like a self-basting turkey. That butter and that oil that's in that butter will just keep that flesh nice and moist. And you're going to have a nice quick cooked turkey that's going to have lots of moisture in it as well, and that butter helps do that. And I'm just going to put a couple of strings on here. And the reason we do this is to keep the bird tight. If you cook the bird like that, the meat is too relaxed and it dries out too much when cooked. By tightening the bird up, you actually keep the juices and the moisture in there. So we'll just do a butcher's knot. That's one. And then we're going to do one of the thighs. With these thighs that we've taken the bone out, you can put a stuffing down the centre, or you can just roll them normal. And what I like to do is just tuck the meat in, roll the flesh over the top, and just put two strings on it. The breast, the thigh, and the drumstick. That's half a bird, and that will probably do you a meal for 5 to 6 people. But we'll do the rest of the bird, which will give you a meal for 10 people. And this will cook in the oven for an hour and 15 minutes, let it relax for 15 minutes, and you'll have a nice moist turkey. So there we've got the finished turkey. What we've got left over is the carcass and the thigh bones and the giblets, which can be put into a separate tray with some chopped onion and chopped carrot. Roast those till nice and golden brown. Add some water, that will be the base for your gravy. And then what we've got is 2 winglets. We've got the tied breasts, no bone in there, just the winglet. 2 drumsticks and 2 rolled thighs. And they can be put into a preheated tray and cook then a little bit of olive oil and sunflower oil, salt and pepper, and cook for about an hour and 15 minutes. It'll be absolutely perfect.